When it comes to small businesses and in our country, there are three important players, and that is my committee and the fact that I am the ranking, and then so we are the authorizing committee. We pass the laws that will regulate, will create programs to strengthen entrepreneurship in our country, and then the important part of that is appropriation committee, because they are the one who controls the money. So Congressman Jose Serrano is an appropriator whose subcommittee has jurisdiction over the Small Business Administration that is headed by another Latina, Maria Sweet Contreras.
Before I had the privilege of representing you at Cabinet, you know, I sit with John Kerry, who represents state, and Arnie Duncan just offered his resignation as our Secretary of Education. But I'm privileged to have the seat for the entrepreneur. And it's really wonderful to be able to sit there on the shoulders of Nydia Velázquez, who has created, fighting for so many years, along with Congressman Serrano, to create a program that really serves our community. Latinos, by and large, are not joiners. We are starters. And so when we think of entrepreneurship, it's the way in which we can win. So we owe a great deal of gratitude to these wonderful members of Congress who have been here day in and day out, fighting every single day for going big, successful careers to be here as our public servants. Let me just say to you what SBA is very succinctly, and then what I think we can do together. SBA, as the Congresswoman aptly pointed out, we provide you counseling. That means that across the country, in terms of entrepreneurship, we always think of platforms, right? You always think of technology as a platform. SBA is a platform. So although we ourselves don't do much counseling, we have 68 district offices that do. We, through our leverage, through our platform, we counsel, we have partnerships with counseling centers named SCORE, the Small Business Development Centers, the Women and the Veterans Outreach Centers, the incubators that are spawning across the country we're establishing relationships with. So we're the best platform for counseling in the world. When you think of how you're going to grow your foot traffic, your markets into your businesses, you're always trying to say, how do I get business? The SBA manages and directs the world's largest procurer. You know who that is? The federal government. And we direct 23% of that spend to small businesses. You heard Chase mention, again, we're a platform. We do very little lending ourselves, yet we manage hundreds of billions of dollars in our loan portfolio because we leverage our relationship with financial institutions across the country. And so it's a great ROI. Yes, I do want to say this in front of my authorizers and appropriators. The SBA's loan program is actually a profit-generating program at this point. The SBA does is it takes those successful entrepreneurs, say that you had $20 million that you wanted to invest in small businesses. If you come to SBA and we license you as an SBA investor, we match you 2-to-1. Now Javier would have, instead of 20, he'd have $60 million to invest in small businesses. Guess what? We don't have faces that look like this coming through our system. We need for you to become the disciples of change and get that word out. We need to disrupt. We need to hack our own industries. I want to see more Latinas, or a program that we just put up called Innovator. It's a new way to outreach to you. Innovator is spelled with the last three letters, H-E-R, because we want more women to think about the way they can disrupt things that are in their lives. We don't want to help people go back to buy the hamburger. We want to help people go back to buy the restaurant. We need to build ownership so that there are more companies called Gonzalez and Velázquez and Gutierrez and Contreras. That's what we need in society. I want to travel to Chicago, to Miami, to New York, and to Los Angeles and see buildings with your names on them. So we have programs not just that are small, but also that help take you to scale. Allow us to partner with you. Let's show people, you know, they're just statistics until we bring them to life. When I heard the Census Bureau release the last data point that by 2050, and remember, that's not that far away. I mean, I hope that you're all there. By 2050, Hispanics will comprise 1 in every 3 Americans. What kind of America will we be driving? What responsibility and obligation do we have? I say that we grow social mobility, expand the democracy, so that there aren't these egregious crimes leveled against civil society around the world. We've got to show that America, that we can lead her, and that we can lead her with great strength and a strengthened democracy. So I invite you to get in the game, grow jobs, so that we and the next SBA administrator can say, again, Mr. President, in today's economy, the small business is creating a majority of our jobs. In fact, that is 2 out of every 3 jobs being created by entrepreneurs.
It's not enough for Maria to come here and say, this is what we do at SBA. You have to put your effort. You have to make the effort to go to all these summits, to go to all the... We have a national network of small business development centers in every state. You could go there. They will work with you. They will match you with the financial institutions that are partners with SBA. So the work is done, but you have to do your homework and make sure that everyone in America is offered the opportunities if you have a dream and if you have a great idea.